The Form Designer is a graphical drag-and-drop no-code environment. In Decisions, forms are integrated with flows to display controls that allow a user to perform an action such as entering data, to display a report or folder, or to manage entities. Decisions forms are both responsive and dynamic, and can be designed using a variety of layouts. The default layout is the pixel-perfect canvas layout, which is a quick and easy way to build a form in a what you see is what you get fashion. But here at Decisions, the grid layout and horizontal and vertical stacks are preferred due to the versatility. These layouts allow the form to be resizable for both browser and mobile platforms, and is able to decide at runtime which form to show based on the device used. In the example seen, the canvas layout is used, and a form component such as a text box is dragged and dropped onto the form. Each component can then easily be labeled, resized, and aligned with a few simple clicks. Since there are many different form components offered, specific controls can be found using the search bar and can also be added to the Favorites folder. Drop-down lists, date and time pickers, checkboxes, buttons, and single and multi-line text boxes are some of the most commonly used form components. In Decisions, labels can be added separately to forms in the same drag-and-drop manner, or can be added through a quick feature once dropping a different component such as the date and time picker. To customize forms further, form backgrounds can be added or CSS styling could be applied, and labels can be edited to change the style, font, and color. The Form Designer is also self-validating just like the Flow Designer in Decisions, so as components are added to a form, it is checking to see if there are any errors in the controls that need to be configured further. In the example seen, there are validation errors on the department drop-down list, since we need to go in and specify the departments to include in the drop-down list. So once data is added to the list, the validation error goes away. The Form Designer is also integrated with our rules engine, so you can actually do data validation right on the form. This allows service bus calls to external systems to be made in order to validate or populate data in a form. The rules engine also allows visibility rules to be used on forms to make them more dynamic and decide what form components should be visible depending on other selections. In this example, you will see a validation rule being created to make sure the request date is in the future on the purchase order request. A rule can apply to a control and also be triggered by actions on forms and decisions. Overall, the Decisions Form Designer can create responsive and dynamic forms using a no-code environment.